Even on his deathbed, Tom Cruise wants you to know that he'll still be kicking ass in Mission Impossible life support. We know this. We know he's never gonna stop. That Xenu skin lotion, man, I gotta get me some of that. That keeps you baby faced. But for now, we're stuck with the latest Mission Impossible. This one is called Fallout. It sounds like a video game, but this is one of the few franchises, in my mind, that has surprisingly never gotten stale. And it's always gotten by on charm and charisma. And I have to say, this is one of the best in the series so far. There's not a whole lot to dislike here, so let's get down to it. There are at least 3 action scenes in this movie that are some of the best I've seen in a long time. The motorcycle chase in particular was outstanding and worth the price of a ticket to Unfriended just to save a few bucks, and then followed by a nice stroll through the restroom and up the stairs of a different theater through the back door into the adjacent IMAX theater. Pro tip. These movies have always been, to me, varying degrees of solid. The first 3 were decent, the last one was eh, but this time they really just throw everything at you. There's kung fu fighting, skydiving, car chases, motorcycle chases, a helicopter chase, bombs, broads, and I would rank this one up with Ghost Protocol. It's just a consistent action movie with a few truly great scenes. Yes, the plot is as dumb as a dyslexic kid at Scrabble, but unlike the last movie, this time I don't think the plot and all the smarmy dialogue really outweighs the action. I think they got a good balance going, and they really do a great job at making the action scenes look realistic. It's shot with those Christopher Nolan IMAX lenses. At least that's what it looks like to me. I don't know the details. And they've got a real gritty look to them, and they're really good. To be honest, I'm actually impressed with Tom Cruise's performance. I think as he's gotten older, his acting has matured. It's way more subdued, less annoying. Because he used to remind me of a kid who drank way too much Hawaiian punch when he got all worked up, and he'd sound like a seal when he shouted. And here he's kind of toned that down. He knows what he's doing, and he's kind of a badass. I actually took him seriously. And on top of that, this movie adds an emotional complexity to his character that we haven't seen before. I won't give away how it does that, but it's very subtle and it's done very well. And some of the supporting characters, like Ving Rhames, are given a similar treatment. It's like, whatever. My only real complaint about this film is, of course, the villain. You see it coming. It's always the problem with these action movies. You know who the villain is literally the second he's introduced. He's almost winking into the camera to let you know he's the bad guy. It's like, this will show up later. And he supposedly works for what is referred to as the New World Order, which, come on, that is just straight out of InfoWars. I think Alex Jones would have made a better villain instead of Superman. And I don't think they did anything to make Henry Cavill even remotely interesting. He's no Philip Seymour Hoffman. There's no depth to him. He's just a whiny little bitch. But this is one of those movies that gets by anyway. There's literally no justification for any of the conflict to exist other than to keep our heroes busy. And that's not a problem here, because just watching them do what they do is exciting. It's a lot of fun. There's a point where there's a bunch of shitty double crossings, as with every one of these spy movies, where it gets to like Pirates of the Caribbean levels of ridiculousness. But the film is so well paced and crafted that its flaws can be easily overlooked. And I really enjoyed this. You guys may have noticed I've almost completely given up on reviewing movies, and my reason is it's been the same Mickey Mouse watered down soulless comic book dick cheese every fucking week, and it sucks. But this movie actually gives me hope that we can still have these big budget action movies with real characters and real stories. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm giving it a solid 7 out of 10. This was a satisfying action movie. It's exactly what you expect, just done very well. What did you think of this? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's keep on raging for the win. Fuck yeah.